Yeah, brilliant stuff there. Now, Liverpool and Newcastle have been making the headlines during this transfer window with Alexander Isak's Premier League record move. But how do the fans of each club feel about the deal? Let's find out. Joining us are Liverpool fan Connor Ray and Newcastle fan Paul Rutter. Great to see you both with a smile on your face as well. Let's start with Connor. Now, before we get on to Isak, how big a blow is it to lose out on Mark Gay?
I think it's a bigger blow than people might realise. Liverpool have had an incredible window. There's no doubt about that. It's been a real statement of intent from a position of being champions, which is something that we're not used to seeing as Liverpool fans really as well. Last time we were champions, we didn't strengthen in the way that we probably should have. We were made to pay for that, particularly at centre back, as it happens. And so this is it's a bit of a gut punch, to be honest, especially for it to happen so late in the window after there was so much kind of we won't re-sign him. I feel for Mark. But obviously, Palace fans will be made up that they've got to keep him. For us, I think we're maybe one injury to a centre back away from that crisis. Konate limped off in the game against Arsenal on Sunday, so we wait and see how bad that is. But yeah, we've got Joe Gomez as a cult hero, so looks like he might have to step up again as he has in the past.
As he has done in the past, like you rightly say. Let's talk about the big signing then. How exciting is it to finally get this deal over the line? Alexander Isak, Liverpool player.
It's incredible, to be honest. I'm exhausted, to be honest, and all I've done is sat here refreshing my phone all day on Sky Sports, waiting for it to come through. I'm still not convinced. We've been stung in the past by deals for Knopfli Anchor and Nabil Fekir and things like that, where we think it's done and it hasn't quite gone through. So till I see him in a Liverpool shirt, I won't be celebrating just yet. But I'm ready to. It's an incredible signing. I talked about that statement of intent, and boy, is Alexander Isak that. It's been one of the most talked about and well documented and really ugly sagas in football transfers over the whole of the summer. So to kind of bring it to a close is good, I think, for all parties. The Newcastle fan alongside me may disagree, but yeah, for him to come to Liverpool and to be one of the top three strikers in the world is a huge piece of business for the club, and I think he's going to really kick on and make all the difference.
Let's get the Newcastle viewpoint then, Paul. You were shaking your head as I was introducing Alexander Isak as a Liverpool player. Are you sad to see him go, or is this the money that the club needed?
Well, if it was a Facebook relationship status, it's complicated because on one hand, he delivered the single greatest day of my footballing life, to be honest, back at Wembley Stadium. But on the other hand, the entire episode has just been. If I had hair, I'd have been pulling it out. But it's a case of a world-class player going and a world-class problem leaving with him as well, I think, to be honest. I mean, that's the best way to be able to put it. But frustrating, and it just felt like a bit of a soap opera that's dragged on, and it's been an unwelcomed and unwanted distraction at the beginning of another, hugely important season for Newcastle United.
I know there has been frustrations over the course of this summer. It feels like it's ended in a positive way. How do you assess the work that's been done and the squad that you now have at your disposal?
Well, to be honest, if it wasn't for this whole Alexander Isak, Willie, won't he, and this sort of love-struck teenage crush that the Liverpool supporters have had on him, it would have been an absolutely fantastic 10 out of 10 window. At the end of the day, some clubs do really have glass ceilings, in the football pyramid. And we found that, this summer. But, on the face of it, 8 players through the door, 12 players out. We've reduced the wage bill a little bit, and we've spent net 70, 80 million pound around that figure, when the budget at the beginning of the summer was 150 million pounds. So we've still got a little bit of change to be able to have that PSR headroom going into, the next windows and, going forward. So I think that's a big thing for Newcastle United. We get to draw a line underneath it until we pull Liverpool in probably the FA Cup, which is probably written in the stars. But, I'm just glad. I think with the signings Eddie Howe has made, if you look at each one of them, each and every one of them is an improvement on what we've had before. You could argue, obviously, the Isak thing being the big question with our new German striker coming through the doors. But every other one, you look at Alanga, he's an improvement over Miggy. You look at the likes of Ramsey coming in, a definite improvement over Sean Longstaff, no doubt. And you work down the list, all 8 good signings, and it balances the squad out, which has been an uneven squad over previous seasons.
Fantastic stuff, Paul. Thank you so much. And of course, Connor, great to have you on the transfer show tonight on deadline day.
Thanks, guys.